What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic. Doing another video. Matter of fact, I just got done watching Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman, and I predicted it right. I thought my prediction might be a little get upset for the simple fact that Thurman came out very wild and aggressive and winging shots. And I thought for a minute that if he kept, at that pace, he would gas out, or, Danny would counter and catch him with something, major. But, he quickly turned his tune and, started boxing and started using the jab more. And that sounded like that was the game plan. And I knew, from the prediction video that, he had the footwork to, the box circles around Danny Garcia, for the simple fact that, today is the worst era I ever seen in my life of boxers cutting the ring off. A lot of these guys follow the fighter instead of anticipating and stepping over to where they're going to be at, and it's just horrible. I don't see any fighter today that really can cut the ring off. Other than Golovkin, and I seen Errol Spence do it as well. Other than that, man, a lot of these guys are just total garbage at it. I mean, is it the trainers of the day? I don't know, but a lot of top fighters are garbage at it as well, elite fighters. And Danny Garcia is another trash fighter at cutting the ring off. And it's only one way that Keith Thurman was circling, and he still tend to put his shoulder and follow up his chest, other than blade off his chest and step over to his side. And it was funny, he wasn't going to circle any other way but to his lead hand. You know what I'm saying? Because if you'd have circled towards backhand, Danny could have threw his left hook because he was holding it low. So he wasn't going to do that. So at the end of the day, Keith Thurman boxed good. He did what I knew he was going to do. I knew Danny Garcia didn't work on doing nothing at cutting the ring off. And, I don't want to hear Keith Thurman scream KOs for life one more fucking time, for the simple fact this was a trash fight for the caliber of fight it was supposed to be. Now, I like purists for boxing fight, purist boxing, like to watch Bernard, Chad Dawson back in the day, Floyd, dudes like that. That's cool and dandy. But when you out here screaming KOs for life, and you got the reputation that Danny got, that he has been in a lot of exciting fights. And then in the undercard on the TV bout where the dude Erickson Lubin knocked Kata out with one punch, you don't want to pay your hard-earned money, to go to all the way to Brooklyn, or turn your TV and waste your time to see a dude dancing around the ring when he's advertising that he's preaching and advertising that he's doing KOs for life, when he didn't try to go for the KO outside of the first and second round. In the middle rounds, he started getting on his bike and basically, dancing around and boxing. You know what I mean? And I knew that's what he was going to do, and that's why I picked him to get the decision. Where did Danny go from here? I'll do another video of that. Where did he go from there? But, right now, man, depending on how this fight looks, but just thinking how I think this fight's going to project between Kell Brook and Errol Spence, I think the winner is clearly going to be the #1 welterweight in the world. I was so unimpressed with both fighters tonight, Keith and Danny. I think the loser will be second in the world, depending on how they lose, even if they lose bad, because these two top welterweights are total. I don't like them. Keith was my favorite fighter. He was exciting. He just milled it in, and he just went straight defense, and I didn't like that. You advertising one thing, but then you reaping another thing. But I definitely would favor Errol Spence, Kell Brook over both of these guys easily. And then you go to the rest of the division. I don't see anybody I'm excited about. I'm not excited for Sean Porter, Berto. Both of those guys have easily hit their ceiling and busted through there. Robert Guerrero's done. If Omar Figueroa chooses to come up, we know he's trash. Broner is what he is. In that point of the fight, Broner was just as upset as I was, because he jumped up and started yelling at Danny Garcia out the crowd, if anybody didn't notice, because he can see that he was letting the opportunity slide by not putting the pressure on Keith Thurman and letting his hands go, because he couldn't get in a position to cut the ring off. So there's nobody there that really scares me. I'll be very happy when Bud steps up. Be some real competition there. Pacquiao, Khan, past their heyday. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.